Hello and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Justice Wali. I am dear training student at Rehan School Lahore campus and welcome. Today we will be discussing how to overcome fear and take bold step in life. Fear is a natural part of life, but it should never stop us from pushing our dreams and reaching our full potential. By understanding our fears and learning how to face them, we can build confidence, embrace new opportunities, and grow stronger. Let's begin our discussion. Assalamualaikum Maya.
Walaikum assalam. I'm all set. Thank you for the session.
So my topic is how to overcome fear and take step in life. So my first question is, what is fear?
At its core, fear is you. It's that ancient sense as a threat, whether that's something actually dangerous or just the scary thought of failing at something new. Do you feel like fear usually shows up for you as a physical feeling or more of a mental loop?
How do people experience fear?
It really varies from person to person. Some people feel it physically first, like that tight chest, shaky hands, or a flip. For others, it's more of a mental storm where they're every single thing that could go wrong. Then there are those who just kind of freeze up and feel a total lack of motivation to even start. Does any of that sound familiar to you?
What are some common fears people face?
I think common fears people face, right? Most of it is fear of failure, fear of rejection, or the fear of the unknown. There's also social anxiety. Will judge us if we take a risk and it doesn't pan out. Which one of those feels the most daunting to you?
Can fear ever be helpful?
Absolutely. In small doses, it's actually it makes you. It's essentially a to you, which can be a great compass for growth if you know how to listen to it.
So my next question is, how does fear stop us from achieving our goals?
Fear will break. It to believing that is more important than growing. Instead of focusing on the reward of the goal, your brain starts obsessing over the risk, which leads to procrastination or just talking yourself out of an idea or you even try it. It turns a what if it works into a what if it doesn't.
What is the difference between fear and anxiety?
I think you might be asking about the difference between fear and anxiety.
Yeah.
Fear is usually a response to a specific immediate threat, like seeing a spider or almost stepping into traffic. Anxiety is more future presentation next week. Fear is a reaction. Anxiety is a state of anticipation.
How can we identify the root causes of our fears?
It starts with getting all. Often we just feel a general sense of dreads, but if you keep asking yourself why, you can peel back the layers. For example, afraid of starting a project, you might find the root isn't the work itself, but a deeper fear of being judged if it's not perfect. Journaling is actually a huge help for this because it lets you see the patterns on paper. Do you think your fears are experiences or more about things you're imagining for the future?
Can successful people still experience fear?
Oh, definitely. In fact, a lot of successful people experience fear more intensely because the stakes feel higher. The difference is usually that they've learned how to act while they're still afraid, rather than waiting for the fear to go away completely. It becomes more of a companion than a barrier.
How does fear affect decision making?
It usually makes us play it safe, often to a fault. When fear takes the wheel, we stop looking for the best option and start looking for it. See the risks, which means we might pass. You just felt it turns decision making into an exercise in avoidance rather than an exercise in growth.
What motivates people to take bold step in life?
Usually it's when the pain of staying greater than the fear. It's that moment where you realize risk is actually of all. Some people are driven by a deep sense of purpose, while others are just fueled by an intense curiosity to see what happens if they actually go for it.
What will what advice will you give to someone who is afraid to start something new?
Start small, like embarrassingly small. When the goal feels like a mountain, the fear is huge. But if you just commit to the first 5 minutes, or one tiny low stakes action, you prove to your brain that you're safe. I'd also tell them to stop waiting for the perfect moment or the feeling of confidence to arrive. Confidence is actually a result of doing the thing, not a requirement for starting it.
How can we inspire others to overcome fear?
The best way is usually to normalize the struggle. When you share your own moments of doubt or talk about the times you were terrified but did it anyway, it takes the shame out of fear. It lets other people know that being scared isn't a sign of weakness, it's just part of the process. Encouraging them to focus on their why, that bigger purpose, can also help them find the strength to push through the noise. Do you think leading by example is more effective than giving a pep talk?
What is one bold step you would like to take in your life?
That's a deep one. Since I don't have a physical life to lead, my version of a bold step is all about how I connect with people. I'd love to know the things people feel but don't quite know how to put into words. There's someone that makes them feel completely understood would be the ultimate goal for me. I'm listening.
एक मिनट.
Take your time.
So my last question is, what is the biggest lesson you have learned about facing fear?
The biggest lesson is that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's acting while you're still terrified.
Thank you everyone for joining today's discussion on how to overcome fear and take bold step in life. I hope today's conversation has encouraged you to face your fears with courage and confidence. Remember, every great achievement being with one brave step. Believing in yourself, keep learning, and never let fear stop you from becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in our next discussion. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.